Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken McLeod. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office is looking for a murder suspect tonight after a shooting in Tampa. Deputies say it happened at about 7 p.m. yesterday on Nebraska Avenue. That's where they found the victim with several gunshot wounds. That victim later died at the hospital. Sheriff's deputies are looking for 25-year-old Joel Elkanah Jr. He's wanted for first-degree murder. If you know where he is, you should call 911. Authorities in Sarasota and Manatee counties are posting warnings about mosquitoes this weekend after a confirmed case of malaria. More now from reporter Casey Albritton.
Generally, malaria is pretty treatable. There are some malaria-resistant strains in some parts of the world that are of concern. And so there's been a lot of work trying to develop vaccines for those areas.
Infectious disease physician Dr. Juan Dumois says hearing that there's been one confirmed case of malaria in the Tampa Bay area means families need to be careful.
So the mosquito has the parasite, and when an infected mosquito bites us, it can inject that parasite into our bloodstream.
The Florida Department of Health in Sarasota and Manatee counties say one case of malaria has recently been confirmed. Officials say that person spent an extensive amount of time outside locally, and they were now recovered. Dr. Dumois says malaria attacks red blood cells.
When our number of red blood cells drops to a certain level, we develop what's called anemia, a low red blood cell count, and you get tired with that. So fatigue, once you've had malaria for a few weeks, fatigue is part of the anemia.
A fever is a very common symptom among others.
Just feel lousy, lose your appetite. And if malaria goes to the brain, then you start getting headaches. And in the brain, it can progress to cause seizures and even death.
Dr. Dumois says it's rare that the disease gets that serious, but you should take precautions.
Wear long sleeves, pants, and long sleeve shirts. That is hard to do in the depth of the heat of the summer in Florida when the temperature is getting up into the 90s. So using insect repellent is the most effective and efficient way.
The Department of Health and Mosquito Control are spraying around the Tampa Bay area to prevent any other cases from spreading. And Dr. Dumois says you should also work to protect the area around your home.
Walk around every now and then and look for standing water and dumping it, because the mosquitoes will lay their eggs in standing water.
In Sarasota, Casey Albritton, Tampa Bay Now News.
It's called Vision Zero, and it's used in cities around the world. Reporter Leali Shalaby explains how Tampa officials are hoping it'll cut down on traffic deaths.
A global initiative geared towards reaching the goal of zero pedestrian deaths. Tampa's Vision Zero has been making strides with new transportation advancements that have been made to the city.
Actually, Vision Zero is the City of Tampa's commitment to eliminating our roadway fatalities and severe life-altering injuries on our roadway system. So our goal is zero.
First implemented in Sweden in the 1990s, Vision Zero has showed success all across Europe and is now gaining momentum in major American cities.
Tampa and the Tampa Bay area, like many other Sunbelt metropolitan areas, has the unfortunate distinction of being really one of the worst places in the country when it comes to bicycle and pedestrian safety and driver safety too.
The Tampa region ranks 4th in the nation for pedestrian fatalities. Nearly 5,000 pedestrians and cyclists have been killed since 2018. That's nearly 20 pedestrians a month.
The 25% of our roadways where we're seeing 75% of our traffic fatalities. So we take a data-driven approach to identify these locations and then try to get in there with quick but impactful solutions through our Quick Build program.
The Safe Systems approach has been implemented all over the city and has been showing success.
We were recently awarded a $20 million grant through USDOT's Safe Streets for All program that is really going to allow us to take our Quick Build program and scale it around the city.
As the green spine grows, more and more neighborhoods are being stitched back together.
The new protected bike lane in VMA is another great example of how we are leveraging our relatively limited resources to get in there and make some really transformative but really impactful changes to keep everybody safe out there.
The city's roadmap to reaching a goal of zero is on its way, and now more and more residents are safely walking and cycling on a daily basis. In Tampa, Leali Shalaby reporting for Tampa Bay Now News.
Florida's sales tax holiday is underway, aimed at helping folks get ready for hurricane season. Now's the time to start stocking up on household goods you might need for this year's hurricane season. For the next 6 days, you can buy them without paying sales tax. The first disaster preparedness sales tax holiday runs through June 9th. There's going to be a second holiday, though. It'll run from August 26th to September 8th. You can find a full list of tax-free items on the Florida Department of Revenue website. And as we speak, Tropical Storm Arlene has been downgraded to a tropical depression. It's unlikely to cause any major problems for Tampa Bay. Meteorologist Jacob Wyckoff is watching that for us.
Yeah, Ken, in fact, the latest from the National Hurricane Center has this as post-tropical storm Arlene, so it's not even holding on to any sort of tropical characteristics. The satellite presentation of this storm is